Hi, it's Bruce again, and today I want to take a quick look at the technique of dry brushing, which I know a lot of you have read about and hopefully some of you have tried. It's a fairly easy technique, and the only way you can really mess it up is if you have too much paint on your brush. Now, normally we try to get the brush to carry enough paint so that we're not constantly re-dipping and so forth. But when you're dry brushing, you want to do just the opposite. You want to get virtually all of the paint off of your brush until it's almost dry. And then you want to drag it down the surface the way water would run, very lightly, just trying to get a little bit of the paint that's left on your brush to come off on your surface. In this case, the surface is diamond scale roofing. I'm continuing to prepare for a hands-on clinic that I'm giving for the Garden State Division of the NMRA in the end of this week. And I want to demonstrate to the members how to do dry brushing. So to do that, you want a very stiff brush. These very inexpensive China bristle brushes are your friend when you're trying to do dry brushing. Since this is a slate gray, I'm going to dry brush to get the highlights where I want it with light gray. In this case, it's folk art light gray. And I put a little bit into my palette here and added a drop of water to thin it down a little bit and mixed it good. And I'm going to get just a little bit on the tip of my bristle brush, and then using a cloth, and I find a cloth works much better than paper, brush almost all of it off. And then taking your surface and going in the direction that water would run, just lightly go down the roof. And if you don't see much coming off, what you don't want to do is go back and get loads of paint on and come back. Multiple layers are fine. The only way you can mess this up is by losing your patience and leaving too much paint on the brush itself. Now, the purpose of dry brushing a monocolored surface like these shingles is to just try to highlight them a little bit and make them pop. Another thing that you often see modelers do with dry brushing on roofs in particular is up near the peak to take an off-white and make it look like there's pigeon droppings or bird droppings up there. But you're just coming down, trying to get it to leave a streak or two here and there. Very subtle. If you want, you can keep going over and over and over it. It is very difficult to get the paint back off of these paper shingles, so you don't want to do too much. You want to err on the side of less paint and multiple applications. Always a matter of personal preference how much you want to do, but I am now getting these to the point where I think, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see that good or not, but I just wanted to get a little bit of a highlight on those shingles to make them look a little more 3D. I hope you can see that. And you can keep getting it until it's pleasing to the way you like it. I'm going to, after I'm done with the dry brushing and getting those highlights on, I'm going to add some weathering with chalks anyway. So this is only one part of the entire process. And I think that section is about where I want it, and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to do the rest of this when I'm with my group this weekend. And that's it. The key is get most of the paint off. Use a cloth because it is better at getting the paint off than paper. Don't lose your patience, because if you do, you're going to get too much paint on and you will not get it off. And that's it.